Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Kicking off today with rumours about Alvaro Morata, a guy that was linked heavily with Arsenal over the past summer. I mean, you know, last year during the summer, every single day practically, Alvaro Morata was being linked with a move to Arsenal. Now, very interestingly today, the Spanish publication Diario Gol claimed that the president of Real Madrid, which is Florentino Perez, of course, is ready to sell the player for £51 million. That's the price he's named. And he's said to be really angry and unhappy with the attitude of Alvaro Morata, and that Arsenal and Chelsea are interested. Even some papers and publications going as far as saying that Arsenal have, made an offer. Now, I'm not sure about that. As I said, Arsenal definitely were looking at Morata during the summer, 24 years of age. A guy that's like never really hit the heights because he's never really had the game time, I suppose, that he's wanted. He was at Juventus, had a good season last year at Juventus, was just sort of starting to break through. And then Real Madrid, they had a clause in their contract where they could bring him back. They brought him back, but he hasn't really been the main guy there. He's been on the substitutes bench a lot, and is obviously very frustrated with that. The fact that he could have went to other clubs and he decided to come back to Real Madrid now and he's not playing. It's obviously angering him. Would Arsenal be in for him? Again, this is the interesting one about a striker that all of a sudden this season we found a solution to that problem with Alexis Sanchez. Then you've got Giroud. Then you've got Welbeck. Do we need to spend that massive outlay on a striker? That is the thing that, really, I just look on it now and I think, priorities have kind of shifted, because Alexis Sanchez is so good in that position. But Alvaro Morata linked today. Now, if this next guy was available, I'd say even with Alexis, put him alongside Alexis and all of a sudden you've got a team that frightens people, and that's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Linked today with Arsenal, very, very loose link. But basically, the Dortmund chief executive, Hans-Joachim Wass, he's sort of come out and said that the asking price of Aubameyang is going to be 80 million euros. Now, Arsenal reportedly, and there was a lot of reports going around about this during the summer, that Arsenal reportedly bid the same amount, 80 million euros, for him, and that was rejected by Borussia Dortmund. And Aubameyang, he's still been scoring goals, scored in the African Cup of Nations, scored, I think, about 20 or 21 goals already this season for Borussia Dortmund. Prolific goal scorer, we know all about him, super quick and great finisher, and you could see him all day long in the Arsenal team. The only problem you're going to have is that, even with that as the asking price, you'll have in the summer, because this is not a move that will happen now, but you have in the summer, you'll have Manchester City coming in, you'll have Real Madrid, which is supposed to be his preferred option, coming in. You may even have a Barcelona coming into that, maybe United, I'm not sure. United have probably got enough firepower up front. So could Arsenal pull a deal like that off? As I said, the reports are that during the summer, Arsenal made a bid for 80 million euros for him, which was rejected by Borussia Dortmund, but they seem to be open now in the summer to doing deals on that sort of money. Should Arsenal go and get Aubameyang? Do we need him? I'm going to ask you that, guys. Leave it in the comments below. I'll do a poll, yes or no. Should Arsenal sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know in the poll. Still on strikers, moving on to Chuba Akpom. Now, it seemed that Chuba Akpom was going to get a lot of first-team football this season. Arsene Wenger decided to keep him in the summer, didn't send him out on loan, and I think he was hoping that Chuba Akpom would figure in his plans, probably a guy that could come off the bench and could figure in League Cup games, etc. But Chuba Akpom's been injured. He's coming back from injury now, and it looks like Arsenal are going to send him out on loan, which I think is a good idea. He definitely needs to get game time. And Aston Villa said to be in the driving seat to get this loan deal done. I think that'd be a good move for him. Steve Bruce, decent manager. Aston Villa, a big club with a lot to play for still, excuse me, in the Championship. And I think that would be a good loan move for Chuba Akpom if that one comes off. So that'd be really, really good if that comes off for Chuba Akpom. Gideon Zalalem, who there were the rumours that he was going to be going to Borussia Dortmund. That didn't happen. Borussia Dortmund said they weren't indeed interested in him. But there's rumours today that he's set to join the Dutch club VVV Venlo on loan. VVV Venlo are a team that are in the Dutch second division. They've been doing really, really well, pushing for promotion. And it looks like Zalalem's going to be joining them for the rest of the season. And also that with Zalalem, they're also going to give him a contract extension. So it looks like he will remain at the club, which again is good news. A young player that hopefully we can develop through the ranks. What about Alexis watch today? Well, Alexis, he was out last night with the rest of the Arsenal team. I think you guys would have seen the pictures going around with the Arsenal squad all out to one big dinner yesterday. Actually, one person missing from that picture, if you notice, is Mesut Ozil, and of course the hysteria jumped on it. Where is Ozil? Why is he not at the dinner? Well, he was given some special time off, and he was over in Sweden. He was caught. There was pictures of him shopping over in Sweden, so that's why I couldn't make that one. Not because of anything, right? But Alexis was there, looked happily enough. Looks very happy. But we still got to get this deal done, and it's really interesting that looking today that Liverpool have signed Philippe Coutinho, reported £200,000 a week deal for Coutinho. That again puts a lot of pressure on Arsenal because if Coutinho, and I rate Coutinho, I think he's a top player, but he's not better than Alexis. Now again, Alexis Sanchez people will be looking on that and saying, well, Coutinho got 200, well we want 200, or maybe we want 220. Because if you look at, how the two players stack up, in the rankings of best players in the world, Alexis is higher than Coutinho. So we want 220. Again, let's just get this deal done. Imagine the boost for Liverpool. They're going into that League Cup game tonight against Southampton, semi-final. They're 1-0 down. They need a bit of a boost, a bit of a lift. It hasn't been going well for them recently. Lost to Swansea. Coutinho signs a new deal. All of their fans are buzzing. All of the teammates are happy. That's what Arsenal need to do with Alexis. Sign him up. Get that deal done before the end of the transfer window. And then when we go into that Chelsea game next week, everyone's buzzing. Everything's positive. Why can't we do that? Or, you know what? If they're considering doing that, get that done. That's the sort of thing that, could change the mentality for us going into that game. Time to get into some of your comments. I got WICHI2GO. He says, hi, Robbie. I'm contacting you from Colombia. So nice to have you on board. He said, I would like to know what we're going to do against Chelsea without Elneny, Xhaka and Cazorla in midfield. We've just got Coquelin and Ramsey, who are not defensive as the other guys. And he said, my regards. Thanks for giving us another face of Arsenal. It's what we've got in it. So we've got Coquelin, we've got Ramsey. I suppose you could also put somebody like an Oxlade-Chamberlain in there. He can play that central midfield position. But listen, I think if we've got those two and those two are fit, they can do a decent job in there. Ramsey will have to have a top game in that game. Lincoln Fans for Football says, Robbie, we've got loads of central midfielders at the moment, but none of them are performing at the level that Arsenal needs. A Lazy Dog says, I really hope that we can sign Ricardo Rodriguez in the summer, a good replacement for an aging Monreal who, while consistent, hasn't been up to it for the last few years. And Sebastian Ortiz says, forget about Rodriguez. We should sign Leon. He can play in the midfield, left back and right back. Leon, is that Miguel Leon, who plays for Porto? Good player. Good shout that. Thanks for watching the show today, and we'll be back round about the same time tomorrow.